Hey, happy Plastic-Free July. I'm Kate, Plastic-Free Mermaid. I haven't used single-use plastics for a decade. That's 10 years, woo! Today I'm gonna be teaching you my toothpaste recipe. So it's super basic. Toothpaste, the role it plays in our mouth is to help the toothbrush get all the plaque off of our teeth and the food out from between our teeth. So really, it doesn't do much. You don't even really need toothpaste. It's kind of just invented to make the toothbrushing process more enjoyable, so we would do it more. So the toothpaste made the brushing of the teeth taste yummy and feel really fresh and clean afterwards. But really, the work is being done by the brush, right? It's the brush that's getting the plaque off the teeth. It's the floss that's getting the food out from between your teeth. So as long as you're brushing frequently and flossing a lot, you're gonna be keeping your teeth nice and clean. The toothpaste is fairly irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. But we still can use it. We can still assist the toothbrush along with some different materials or ingredients. So for example, we're gonna be using coconut oil today, which binds the paste together. And it is antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, so it's just a really good healthy thing to have in the mouth anyways. And then we're using bicarb soda as our abrasive, also known as sodium bicarbonate. So this is a naturally occurring chemical that we already have in our bodies. So it's fine to use in this toothpaste. You wouldn't want to swallow it, it's quite basic, so it could disrupt your stomach acids because it's so alkalizing. And you might find that it's a little bit sensitive on your gums as well, in which case you just want to add less of the bicarb, less of this abrasive. Or you could use a clay or some other powder in your toothpaste or your tooth powder. So that's what we're using today though, bicarb, because it's so easy and cheap. You can get this from any drugstore. I do recommend trying to get aluminium free or, excuse me, and organic bicarb, but just do your best. And then we're also going to use a super fun ingredient today. Charcoal, activated charcoals. A lot of people think that it whitens teeth. It doesn't. There's no science that proves that charcoal whitens teeth. However, it is really healthy to put in the mouth. It's quite porous, so it absorbs and draws out toxins and all nasties in your mouth. That's why a lot of people swallow it when they're not feeling well. So it's fine to put in the toothpaste, and it makes your mouth turn black, and then you spit it out and your teeth look whiter. So like maybe that's where this is coming from. Anyways, it can be pretty messy. Because it just gets everywhere and is hard to clean up. It's kind of like turmeric in that sense, if you're a cooker and you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, so just be mindful if you're spitting this out and it sprays black all over the place and you're not one to clean it up, maybe this isn't for you. But we're gonna use it today in this recipe because it's kind of fun. But remember, you don't need this. All you need is bicarb, and then even that, maybe just coconut and bicarb. If you want that minty fresh flavor, add a drop of essential oil, peppermint essential oil. Maybe you want cinnamon essential oil. Just do what feels right for you. All right, let's do it. Woo. All right, so the recipe is 1 part coconut oil to 1 part bicarb. That's it. What that means is we'll do 1 scoop of coconut oil for every 1 scoop of bicarb. It's a little bit chilly here. We're in winter here in Australia, so I had to heat up my coconut oil. So what I did was put it in hot water and then just turn the stove on really low to melt that coconut oil, so it's just easier to mix. This is an important thing to note when you're making your products, your personal care products out of coconut oil. The climate will dictate what consistency your product will be. So my toothpaste is going to harden up because it's going to be chilly, and I'm going to wake up and my toothpaste is going to be solid. In the summertime, it all melts. And so when it's meltier, instead of just mixing it every time, which is totally possible, or shaking it up, when you have a really melty toothpaste, you might want to just lessen the amount of coconut oil and just put more powders in it to make it more pasty. So totally up to you. This is such an invitation to experiment and just try and see what works for you, your body, your climate. We're all totally different. So how we respond to these things is going to be totally different. That's why it's so funny that we have just like one product out there for all people. We're so diverse. Like, let's embrace the diversity and just be experimental and try different things. All right, but I'm giving you this really simple recipe so that you can feel empowered to try this, because this one pretty much works for everyone. All right, so I'm gonna do 3 scoops of coconut oil to 3 scoops of bicarb, just because of the size of my jar. It's quite large. But as I said, you can alter the bicarb to what is comfortable in your mouth. So if it feels too abrasive, just add less bicarb. And so with that, knowing that we're kind of planning to experiment with these ratios and amounts, I encourage you to not be super attached to the precise measurements, and instead just explore what feels good for you. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now I got this from the bulk food store. It's in paper, and I'll put it in a glass jar to store it. And then I can reuse this paper bag. I flatten them with a big heavy book, and then I put them in my, it's right there, my bag that I bring grocery shopping, which has all my reusable cloth bags and my paper bags as well. Okay, so we're gonna mix this up. You can maybe see it's kind of getting paste-like. So like I've mentioned, if you're like traveling or don't have access to all of your jars and different things, you can easily make this with just these 2 ingredients anywhere in the world. You know, coconut oil is fairly easy to find. Bicarb is so easy to find. So I'm just trying to empower you to be like, I can do this anywhere in the world. Now we're gonna add a fun ingredient, which is charcoal. So we're just gonna do 1 scoop here, because it goes a long way. See how that spoon is just like fully coated in charcoal? Powerful stuff, my people. And now we're gonna mix it in. Oh my gosh. I'm like already worried about the sink. There we go. So that's pretty fun. And that's it, you guys. Just a couple ingredients, and now we have a toothpaste. I recommend you get a bamboo toothpaste if you haven't, or toothbrush if you haven't already. We find so many toothbrush handles in the ocean, on beach cleans. They're washing up all over the world. For the amount that dentists recommend we change out our toothbrush, we really need to be using better materials for our toothbrushes. So bamboo's great, but like you're gonna use your bamboo toothbrush to like scoop your toothpaste out onto your toothbrush, just know that the wood could get a little funky. Coconut oil mixes with the water, it could ferment if it's warm enough, and there's like the opportunity for microbes and bacteria to get in to your mix. So just know that the bamboo toothbrush is susceptible to mold. I mean, it's gonna just start composting the more that you put it in with the coconut oil. So let it kind of air out, rinse it really well after you brush, let it air out and dry. And then maybe if you wanna use the bottom of it to scoop some toothpaste up and then put it onto the brush, or keep a little spoon next to your toothpaste. So just find what works for you, like be empowered to experiment and make something, make your own way. All right, well, that's it, you guys. That's it for our toothpaste workshop. I'll also share my recipe for mouthwash because it's really refreshing and delicious and amazing. So check that out. Definitely sign up for the newsletter at iquitplastics.com. My YouTube channel is where I'll put this full video. Plastic-free Mermaid, Instagram Plastic-free Mermaid. And I hope you have a great Plastic-free July and feel super empowered to just like swap out plastic, which is super toxic and bad for us and the environment and future generations and all the animals and wildlife, and replace it with easy, amazing, healthy alternatives. Have a great day.